Hello there, Aries. Welcome to my channel, Joy to the World. I'm your reader, Melissa Joy. And now let me tell you, friend, you are spilling before you even chilling. I'm sitting here trying to get all ready and you like, whack, there. And you're like, we're going in the formula of Pisces. And I'm like, what? Okay. You're like, girl, we rolling and we want the whole big skinny dip. And I'm like, all right, well, then it must be your own bowl, your own sauce of life. If you can double, triple dip all up in there, you must be with somebody that you love a lot, that you can be all and triple dipping your chip and getting all the sauce that you want. Or get your own bowl and be like, you get off on your own because I'm going to eat it how I enjoy it. Ooh, Aries. I like that. So let me see what you're trying to say here, because we had a 3-stack, a triptych for everybody else, but you've come in the doubling, the quad, wanting to know. All this is leaning over here. 3 of Wands in the world. We have a weeping willow of family, sorrow, seahorse, and family matters. So there's a bit of male energy, son, brother, father, uncle, grandfather type energy. There's sorrow going on there, but it could have been like ongoing sorrow throughout their lifetime. Maybe somebody who's had a lot of travesty, a lot of challenges, a lot of difficulty, a lot of overcoming. But just because the weeping willow dangles does not mean it is full of sorrow anymore. That's just the shape in which it is. It gives you that shade by the water when you need that tucked in, nestled in blanket. It's like a knitting that has occurred. And this look, like that being knit together, the 3 of Wands, this is like your shield and your proclamation to the world, almost setting it up like an antenna to receive. Okay, so you camping out by the seashore, sitting there being receptive. Receptive to the world. The day and the night. Okay, so having to travel through a bit of time right now, a bit of a waiting period. All right, Aries. I want to get something else on this. Tell us about this waiting period that Aries is in, along with this Page of Swords, trying to ignite and provoke. You see it? Like going, it's going, look, can you see? It's going, trying to wake up this. Hang on. This King of Cups is not ready just yet because it's showing up as a Knight of Cups. It's almost here. It has something to do with your Jupiter, with the benevolence. There's some, for many of you, there's a benefactor coming through who's going to give you a gift, a check, maybe even an opportunity like pay 1 year of your tuition to school. Maybe they'll even pay for a training program that you're going through, or they're going to gift you a car, either give it to you or loan it to you for this period of time that you need. Somebody's going to take you shopping too. There are a few people that that's going to be happening with, just to say here. But it's like when you rush it and provoke it, you're going to shortchange yourself. So they're saying hold tight, stay in delight, stay in ease, stay in this energy of from the root up to the fruit inside yourself, breathing and moving that delightful energy, putting that smile on your face, because it's not just like, I want to show everybody I'm smiling. No, you do it in your room. Be like, it's working the muscles of your face, which release certain hormones that navigate the heart, okay? So it's changing your chemical state in your body. And just like when hormones, they're a form of hormones, when they cut on in your body, that's what takes you from puberty into adulthood, or from the Knight into the King. And see, this is that Jupiterian energy showing up where you become your own resource. Some of you becoming the captain of your ship, the admiral of your ship, maybe even getting into a lifelong relationship with another person that is going to be beneficial and divine for you. I'm not saying the next person. No. For some of you, there is a specific person. It could also be a best friend. Do you know what I mean? But for many of you, it has to do with career, because the cups come in for money now, for that type of abundance and provision. And not just provision, but like, what is it called? Posterity, not just prosperity. Posterity is the straight line vision to your future. The being able, it's like the football player, the running back who looks for the line of the down. They're at the line of scrimmage. And when they began to roll around, move that ball, and the quarterback's backing up from the line of scrimmage and launching it, you're ready to have it handed off to you if you're the running back. And you're looking towards that line, but you're looking through it and beyond it, right? Because in order for your feet to cross, your head has to go way beyond. So you've got that line of the down, a sign in your mind that this is the progress, this is the line that I need to meet for myself, okay? But they're saying chill Marill on that for just a moment. The signal is understood, it's being received, it's being communicated. So in this case, it's not so much you taking the ball and running with it. It's allowing the ball to run towards you. To run towards you, okay? Like in tag team wrestling, to liberate you, to allow you to step into what is going on here physically, okay? So it's some spiritual work going on. They're saying, hold tight for right now. Let the cycles of life, let nature do what it does, like bees pollinating the flower. That's how the fruits come about. They're not asking you to get your little paintbrush and to go out there and to pollinate everything yourself. That's exhausting. And if that's trying to contribute to your purpose and your reason, you're really going to continue to exhaust yourself, because that's trying to make yourself feel better in the midst of a very challenging situation, my friend. But the way this totally turns around is to revolutionize, to make a revolution. That's why we're moving into the fall equinox. If you're showing up calendarically, they've been talking about the turn into the fall equinox is incredibly powerful. That's why August with those 2 full moons was here to wreck you and deject you. There was some shizdizzery going up in that, and something so far beyond this planet, trying to communicate and contaminate and cross the lines and call it your origin, your point of origin, going into your truth and yourself. It is lies, 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 lies. If your body is hurting and there's conflict going on, that is the truth. That is the sign, and that is the beauty of this situation, of being uncted to tune into yourself and to listen to the truth of your communication device in your system. Pay attention to the messages you are receiving, my friend, from your body. Say you're with a friend, they're like, oh my God, I want you to meet this guy that I just met, and he's so great, and tell me what you think of him. And so you go and you hang out with your friend and their new crush or whatever else, or maybe their person that they're talking about sharing their venture capitalist idea with or whatever. And they're all upbeat and positive. It feels kind of like a smoke screen. When that person walks in or walks off, there's something that goes off. Something's off right there. Just a titch, just a thing. And it just kind of sits and it grinds at your center while you're sitting there with them. And you don't have to bear the burden, the pain, the sorrow, any of that with it, right? You don't have to go into that experience. But you just have that awareness of what your body is picking up on you and what it's telling you. So later on, when that person leaves and goes away and your friend's like, what'd you think? What'd you think? What'd you think? And you're like, well, are you ready? Do you want to hear what I have to say? So sometimes starting off like that, that's what we're talking about, your senses, right? And if they say, yeah, I do, then say, well, there's something off there. There's something that's going to play out in enough time, and you'll know if you continue down this path. You can leave it like that. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like you got a whole community, like all the meerkats. You don't even know where they all are until all of a sudden the heads just start popping up. That's how sensational you are. That's how profound your giftings are. It's like a synesthesia, like anesthesia, but syn meaning to work together, to come together, to harness together, to make something greater. The whole is greater than the sum of the total parts. Okay, it's like some fun math where we multiply. I got chills and multiplying, and it's bypassing the lies and the tricks of those outer realms of planets that all have to do with bondage and selling you out and taking power and dominion and control over you. And you're like, not when it's getting good. It's getting good, and I'm ready for all the good in the neighborhood. But that's the 6 of Pentacles coming on in here. Talk about trust yourself, and where you may be able to pick up on it with other people and their situations, their sitch, you can definitely pick up on it in your own, Aries. Stop selling yourself out, short, off, okay? Take ownership of that delight, your desires that you have. I have to do that because it's this, that's like a cosmic sword coming on in, like an ancient horn, like animal kingdom energy that was bequeathed and given to you. Maybe it's even time for your totems to change. If you're someone who tunes into different animals, or from time to time in your life one shows up, I'll just let you gaze on it for a second to see what that is speaking to you. It's almost like a dowsing rod, like it can douse the BS. So let me tell you, The reason why we talk about being in the center of ourselves and being full of ourselves is how we stay in our own lane, right? And we live our life and the beauty of it, and we don't have people getting in our business, and we don't find ourselves stuck up in somebody else's business, being responsible for them, whatever else it is, aside from raising children. Do you get what I'm saying? It's about being full of yourself. Because if you're not full of yourself, then you're full of something else, BS, or you're full of someone else, right? And neither of them belong to you, and you don't have power over either of them. So it can get you so far off course, so confused, and in such a chaotic state that it can destroy you, or your hopes, your dreams, and leave you in this perpetual weeping, feeling powerless, waiting for something or someone else or some grand opportunity to come along when you are the grand. You are the almighty. You are the powerful one, the eminent one, the one coming in, coming up, coming out. All right? That's what they're showing you here. Is put yourself at the advantage, friend. Because when you're picking up on those sensations from other people, this is like your bullshit meter right here. It's going bing, 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 bing. It's the needle going, and it doesn't mean you're condemning them. It just means you're aware of what state they're in right now. And if it's somebody who's dealing in the shiz-diz, then they're trying to sell it to you as well, because they've sold it to themselves. That's when we're full of lies. We're full of familiars, old ways, tricks, karma, whatever else. And we may not, that individual may not even know it, but it's not your job to sort and sift that out. You've got plenty of other things going on, plenty of things to do here, because we have the Three of Pentacles coming along with the Six of Pentacles. This is you in that world navigating it, and this is you on your own, okay? It's kind of like daylight versus dark. Taking that nighttime for yourself, really to unwind and to relax, however you do it. Whether it's having a little bowl of ice cream, whether it's journaling, whether it's drawing, whether it's relaxing and chilling with some TV, I don't know. You see? But that's that time for you to really harmonize with the seeds of your future, with those things that can bypass language. They come from our own sensations and feelings, because the world can work it enough every day, and that's not what you're here for. Like they talk about the curse of the empath, or, you know, the healer always has to stay going through struggles so that they can help everybody else. That is a lie. That is a conundrum. That is a conflict of interest. It's untrue. And it can be sold to you, but you're not buying. That's what I'm excited about here, Aries. You're not buying. You were ready for this. You were going for this. Like Buzz, you're like aiming for Andy. You're like, I know where home is. And I'm here to bound and to flourish. It's not hard for me. What is hard for other people is easy for me. It's easy for me to stay in balance. It's easy for me to know who I am and what I stand for and what I don't. Not having to instruct or teach or correct or help anybody else. Part of the greatest truth you can show others is when they're like, hey, don't you blah, 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 gossip, 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 don't you agree? And you're like, no, that's not how I think. That's not how I feel. That's not how I see it. And they'll be like, really? You don't? And you're like, no, I think they're a great person. We all have something to learn and room to grow. And then it fizzles and dies out. Do you see what I mean? Because they can't get you to bite. To take your good eyes, your good ears, your good senses, and put it towards things that demolish, decimate, break things down, keep it in these scales of sorrows. That's not what you're here for, friend. You're here to strike up the band. You're here to see what you're here for, to start receiving this beautiful life that you were experiencing and not taxing and wearing out your bullshit meter. Get out of the stockyards, friend. Get out into life. Get out into living. You're not just having to deal in the BS. And you'll find that there are a lot of other people out in this world that are desiring to live as kings and queens and royalty, meaning people who are in their own business, in the center of themselves, full of themselves. Because whoever else do we have the greatest connection to knowledge and truth about? Right here. Okay. Clapping for you. Thank you for this wisdom and truth that you brought through here for us, Aries. I'm excited, and I look forward to chatting with you in the comments down below. And also, reach your finger over there and do me a favor before you go. Tap that like button. I appreciate it. I'd love to have you join my channel. I'll see you soon. Bye.